Well, hey guys, we're in the round pen with the horse we just got in a few days ago. Really nice horse. Just has a little bit of behavioral issues, and it's not like she runs away or blows up or does any crap like that, but just really doesn't have necessarily the most ideal foundation. So what I mean by that is this horse is a little bit pushy, might try and nip you, may try and cow kick you sometimes. Not necessarily the meanest horse, but just not a great understanding of a species barrier, and not a great understanding of hierarchy with humans. Definitely sees us as lower on the totem pole than she is. Not to sound too cheesy or anything, but so I am in here because I've worked with her a few days now, and we're working on basically just separating that hind end, right? She's very stiff, very bracy, and her hind end just locks up. Meaning she kind of just turns into a rocket, wants to move, and has very little language. So we've been slowing things down, trying to develop some basic language with her. And one thing I wanted to work on today was kind of changing gears a little bit. From pushing the forehand, side passing, and then pushing the hind like we've been doing. Trying to develop that language. I wanted to take a break from that and start roping this horse. So why do I want to rope this horse? Well, one, she needs to have an understanding that I'm going to be as fair as I possibly can be to you. I'm going to present my questions as good as I can, work on myself 99% of the time. But when I'm doing everything for you, I need you to try also. I need your attention to be on me. And I need her to understand that when push comes to shove, I'm the lead, not you. So this is not a dominance thing. This is a little bit of a respect thing, and it's also just something that she's kind of like the teenager or the young kid that's been allowed to curse at her parents and boss them around and throw tantrums and gotten away with it a little bit. And this is, by the way, this is no fault of this horse's owner. The owner's a great person, a fairly decent horseman, but things can kind of get out of control, especially on a young horse, quickly. And, may not be the biggest deal to some people, but when we get a horse in, we're trying to make sure that we're making some pretty nice partners. So this horse definitely needs some of that. And we're trying to make sure that this horse, when push comes to shove, understands that when we ask a question and you understand the answer, I'm going to need you to cooperate, please, because I'm not being unfair to you. So we're not tolerating any tantrums with this horse. And more importantly, the reason we're roping is because we need to balance this horse out too, right? Very left dominant horse, very stiff to the right, bracy, has no connection or disconnect between the hind end and the front end. So we're going to rope this horse. We're going to rope this horse's feet, and start separating parts of that out. Teach this horse to yield to pressure, that they can't kind of just flip us the bird sometimes. And start getting that rope on left eye, right eye, and vice versa, and getting this horse balanced. So I'll talk through some of this here, but this horse I'm pretty sure has never been roped. We'll see how she does here. I just want to see how she does with the noise first. So I'll probably catch this horse's butt a few times, maybe neck her, and we'll start roping some feet. So not a bad reaction at all right there. You can see this horse always having her butt to me, kind of flipping me the bird a little bit. I'm not too worried about that right now. We'll see quite a big change during today's deal. So I'm letting this rope just kind of pull all around her, or feel all this. I'm not going to take that hind and have her step out of that. Feet are going to come last. I want to get this rope all around her body a little bit. Hopefully this is a good angle for you guys. I took my hat off and I just got the dang head cam deal on my head. But hopefully you guys could see it. I'll let this touch her hock. See what she does here. Just trying to get over those withers. There we go. Let her feel this rope. So she's handling this pretty good as far as I'm concerned. Nice, sweetheart. You're doing good. So definitely not a big deal for her. A little bit of a new experience, but I'm sure someone has swung some type of rope, not necessarily a rope to rope with, but maybe a lead rope or something, and tried to desensitize this horse, and that's all good. We're gonna go ahead and rope feet. This is kind of where rubber meets the road here. There it is. Oops, I'm above the hock. See if we can get below here. There it is. So I'm gonna push her to the right and we'll stop her. Oh. Give it back. Oh. So she's never felt that. Nice, sweetheart. So one benefit to this is if you teach your horse, one, to hobble, part of that process is roping their feet. If you do that, it could save their life one day. So when they walk through a barbed wire fence or any wire that's down, maybe you don't see it, you're riding out in a big pasture, they'll know to not do that. That'll shred their leg. Right? She needs to give to this. This is an important skill from that aspect, right? Teaches a horse to yield to pressure on their feet, right? Get stuck in a piece of wire. Instead of pulling and fighting and shredding their tendon, they're gonna feel that pressure. Stop and set it down. Hopefully doing as little damage as possible. Not that this is gonna work every single time, but it's going to give you the best chance to save your horse's life. Go ahead and take her around again. Stop her. Oh. So smart horse. One thing I didn't mention about her is she's an Andalusian cross. Owner doesn't quite know for sure, but to me she looks like an Azteca. Long legs, short back, more of a crested neck. Oh. So I want her to give me the foot back this time, instead of just yielding her movement. So that was pretty nice right there. I'm gonna ask her to let me pull this foot back now. Excuse me. She's just checking it out. I'll release some pressure there. That's pretty good. I'm gonna pick this up one more time here. Set this down behind her left hind. I didn't ask. I didn't ask. Beautiful. So the importance of this, just to kind of clear some things up, is aside from potentially saving their life, think of each foot as a quadrant of the horse's mind. If you don't have all four, you don't have the entire horse. Whoa. Sometimes a horse will act totally fine, and you'll do this with them, and you'll really find out how much of that animal you have. So just in kind of layman's terms, yeah, think of each foot as a piece of the horse's mind. And hi, sweetheart. You're doing so good. You're doing good. Yeah, you're doing good. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. You're doing okay. I got you. Yeah. Thank you. You can see why she needs these feet roped. Good job. Go ahead and take this off. That's plenty for now. Thank you. Yeah, you can see why she needs her feet roped. Very smart horse, but a lot of panic there when we roped that foot. I'm gonna go ahead and catch this right front now. I don't know if you guys can feel it, but her demeanor is totally changing. Just think of her as kind of the kid that's been throwing tantrums. There it is. I'm gonna go ahead and take her this way. Give her a chance to figure this out here. See if she'll follow. Clucking and chewing. If you guys notice, I never pull straight, right? That would just teach him to sit back. So that's beautiful. If you saw that, left front followed the right front. That is the beginning of her leading by a foot. So when we rope feet, we're also teaching him to lead by a foot, right? These are all kind of synonymous lessons. Thank you. See if she'll yield here. I want this left eye. Good. See your panic there. I'm just saying energy. That's what the clucking or kissing is. I open the door, right? The front door is open right now. The foot's leading. I want energy to follow that. Nope. Thank you. Thank you. You're doing great, sweetheart. You're doing great. Nope. See if she'll take it here. Disengage the hip. Good. Very nice. Very nice. Hip. Oh. You stay with me, please. So again, roping a horse's feet, beautiful, can save their life. They get hung up in a fence, rather than fighting, they learn to yield to that pressure. So when they pull up, they're going to feel that pressure and set it down rather than trying to pull back and fight it. This is just breaking down every piece of the horse. And what I mean by that is you're ensuring that you have every piece of that horse, that every piece of that horse believes in you and trusts you. Because what gets you in trouble and can get you hurt is you're riding a horse outside or something, and you think you know them, you trust them, and something happens that they haven't experienced. You know, maybe they haven't had much experience with something touching under their stomach or between their hind legs or under their tail or something, and they feel that for the first time and blow up. Or they get something wrapped around their foot, whatever. There's a lot of things that can be left out for a horse when you're schooling them, and making sure that come on, come on. Making sure that you unlock each piece of that horse, and every piece of that horse believes in you and trusts you, is very important. It will save your life one day. Good, good, good. Good. So here's what I'm going to do now to help her get this, because I don't want to just start basically trying to yank her around by her foot. I'm going to do this. Pick up the foot. Now pull her neck. She'll follow. Good. Foot again. Neck. Foot again. Neck. Thank you. Thank you, sweetheart. You can just put a halter back on if you need to do this, but you got to manage it correctly. My rope's a mess, so maybe clean your rope up before you do this, but we'll be all right. All right, girl. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. Beautiful. So let's see now. Let's see now if she'll do it without this rope around her neck. And all I was doing there is just pulling on her pole a little bit after I picked up on the rope around her leg. Good, very nice. Very nice, sweetheart. Very nice. So that would be leading by a foot. All right, girl. Yeah. You're doing excellent. Yeah. She's doing really good. I don't know if you guys can hear that licking and chewing she's doing, but really nice. And I'm barely putting any pressure on this leg, if you can see that. All we're asking is her to follow that pressure, right? She feels pressure on that limb. Good job, sweetheart. And yields to it rather than fighting it. And these principles are just important in general for every piece of the horse. If they understand no matter where I touch you, you move into the open space, and the deals I offer are good deals, right? They're never unfair to you. You are always our top priority. And you know, if you can get a horse to buy into that for everything that you do, whether it's roping, cow work, dry work, whatever, you're gonna make a really, really nice horse, and a horse that enjoys being around you. You can see now her butt's not facing me. She's not pissed off. She's not trying to kick, not nipping, no BS. She's just paying attention, and quite a bit more relaxed than she was. So we'll probably stop it here for today. I'm gonna rope the other two, the left front and left hind, but we don't need this video to be an hour and a half long or an hour or whatever. So we'll stop it there, but hope that all makes sense, guys. And if you have any questions, comments, feel free to leave them below. We'll get back to you. And as always, click subscribe. We really appreciate you guys watching. And you know, share our videos, click subscribe, click like, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks.